Welcome everybody to Rusty Money Gaming here on YouTube, a place where we gather in the barn house for challenges, live streams, let's plays, and more. So I hope you will sit back, relax, and enjoy this next creation by myself, Rusty Money. Welcome everybody, it's Rusty Money here. And we are here on Split Mountain Ranch by Silver Eagle of the ShantyBoys Map Creations team. And I am here to show you a little of a before and after video of Split Mountain Ranch. I've had a lot of comments and what do I want to say? A lot of people asking if I'm gonna get rid of Split Mountain Ranch game save. I did the breakfast challenge on Split Mountain Ranch. I was the creator of this challenge that became a part of one of the latest updates to Split Mountain Ranch, and I recently completed the challenge here on Split Mountain Ranch with 178 hours. But I did far more than just working at making donuts and pancakes for the challenge. I did a number of different builds on this map, so we're going to get in this pickup here and take you on a before tour of this map, and I will explain as we go on a little tour of the before, and then we will go to the after. So let's get in the truck here. We are at the store on Split Mountain Ranch, and so the PDA looks something like this. Here is your PDA before, and you will later see the after of what I have done to what this appearance looks like right now. And we are at the store, which is over here. Okay. Now, when you see the after, I will explain everything. But again, this is what it looks like when you load into the map in New Farmer mode on the Breakfast Challenge version of the map. And so as you see here, I will just kind of briefly explain some big changes. Okay, you're going to see a number of big fields later and a few production areas. And this here is not going to look like what it does right now. But let's get back to the pickup. So we're going to leave the store here, and we're going to drive up to the north of northeast corner of Split Mountain Ranch. So as you would exit the store area here, we would be just north of Split Mountain Ranch Village, as in that foreground there, in the background over there by the service station and the supermarket, where all those trees are in the background, is where I built Split Mountain Ranch Village. Now if we take this road here on up to the next part, we will pass by what I called Hideaway Pond, a state recreational area here on Split Mountain Ranch, which was built approximately in this area, I believe. So you will see a hideaway pond with a beach in about this area later. Now if we venture up here we're going to go cross country on the map here, everybody, so you get the feel of what the after is going to be. Over here, there is a residential area on the map, and this is where the sell everything container is burned into the map for the breakfast challenge. So here is the residential area where the sell everything container is. It's a part of the breakfast challenge, and this area here is a production area that you will see later. So you see what it looks like now, and you will see what it looks like later. Now if we go back down here towards the store and towards where Hideaway Pond is in the after, we'll get back on our road here and we will go over towards the covered bridge. Once we cross the covered bridge, we will go across the road into a field, if I remember correctly. So just kind of take in everything that you're seeing and what you will then see later. I will do this tour hopefully in the same travel format. So right through here I'll have a couple of productions. You'll see that later. And then you will need to kind of glance at that area there. That is going to look a lot different in the background there. And then if we cross the road here, this is where I built my main farm with the Red Barn Farm mod pack in the mod hub for all platforms. So you will later see a big farm build right here that consists of sheep, cows, pigs, and chickens, and multiple storage sheds. And then if we go back across the road here, you will see this is where we had our farmhouse and a couple of other things. Okay. And then we will get back over here towards the farm. Try not to drive over that field. Okay, so just take in the visual of what you see. And we will be coming down this roadway, and on the right hand side of the road here is where the main farm is of Split Mountain Ranch when you load in like into the map. In the regular version of the map, just the ShantyBoys Split Mountain Ranch, not the Split Mountain Ranch Breakfast Challenge. So here is where the main farm is, but just take in this area here and you will see what the after of this area looks like. Okay, now let's get off of here, get back onto our roadway, and we'll go over this direction here. And we're going to cut down through right by this field here. We'll kind of take in that there for you. And then we'll take in this here for you. I just thought I'd make this video to maybe help inspire some other players that you can do anything you want to with a lot of different maps in FS22. You just gotta put your mind to it and explore the opportunities on the map. So right here you'll see another small residential area, and then you will see the after of what this area looks like. And then if we were to pull down into this residential area, then we could exit it right here. And we can go down the road here towards the animal dealer. And then here is the animal dealer area. And right next to the animal dealer area then is the production area where you make your pancakes and your donuts. So I'll be honest, this area doesn't have much of a change in the after that you will see next, but just wanted to show you where the pancake and donut production mods were that are also part of the map when you install it. Okay, now we'll go down the road here and back through the residential area and over towards a piece of forest. Okay, so again, pulling into this residential area here. And we will go back around this direction. And we will go right next to this field here. And you will see right there in the forefront, the background view, there is a large forest of trees, okay? That's what it looks like now, but wait till you see the after of that area. That area there where that forest is, I took my imagination as I play on console and built my version of kind of a rock quarry area, but implemented some other production mods to make kind of a, not only make it look kind of like a rock quarry in some aspects, but also another business area. So then we'll just go around the forest here. Over to this area. And right in this area, there'll be another road you will see in the after coming off of this curve right here, going up into the forest right there straight ahead of the pickup. Okay, now if we would exit out of that forest this way onto the road, then you could come back down here by the grain elevator, and over there next to the grain elevator would be our main farm, my main farm. And across the road there in the background, all those trees, you will see what that looks like here in the after very shortly. And then now let's go this way up over the hill here. And down here towards the gas station and supermarket, let's turn in here. Okay. Take in this visual right here. We'll follow this car around the supermarket. Okay, now take in this visual here. This is where the village of Split Mountain Ranch is built. In the background there where all the trees are, you will see what that looks like next in the next little tour. And then if we would exit our village of Split Mountain Ranch about right here, go back towards the store, we can get through the store property, and then we can go over to the area where the biogas plant is on Split Mountain Ranch. So we'll go out this way here, and remember, kind of take in what the areas look like. Okay, let's pull up through here. this is what it looks like in the before. There's actually a biogas plant that's here. I'm in, I believe, in your regular new farmer mode on the default version of Split Mountain Ranch, not the Breakfast Challenge version. Okay, we'll exit out here. We'll wrap back around. Sorry about the trees there. Through the trees here, along this field. And we'll go back down towards the store then. Now this is taking in the biggest projects that I did in the ShantyBoys Breakfast Challenge, where I spent 178 hours. No high dollar money generators. We did play the challenge via new farmer mode, but we're in normal economy, and had a lot of goals to reach. But let's pull back down in here into the dealership. And we'll hop out of the truck. And now I would like to show you the after of what I did in this version of the map here on Split Mountain Ranch with the challenge. So we'll be right back with you and take you on the same tour, but you will see something much different. Welcome back, everybody. It's RustyMoney here. So we are on my version of the ShantyBoys Breakfast Challenge here on Split Mountain Ranch, where I spent 178 hours to complete the challenge, but did far more than just creating donuts and pancakes for the challenge. But this great map was created by our friend Silver Eagle of the ShantyBoys Map Creations team. And I would like to show you my after appearance to this map, where I spent, like I said, 178 hours and had a lot of positive comments about this series that I did live. So you can see that now my money is up to 5.6 million, but that is because I have deleted out a lot of the equipment to hopefully keep the game save, and then not have the mistake of missing a mod or something like that later. This is on PlayStation 5, all done on console without any high dollar money generating mod throughout this challenge. The only money generating mod that we had in this challenge was a windmill that made a very small amount of money from the Red Barn Farm Pack mod in the mod hub. So let's take a look at the PDA. And here on the PDA, you can see this is the PDA of my build to Split Mountain Ranch. So you can see here I took a lot of these fields, plowed them together into one field, which has got corn. I took some of these fields down in this southwest corner and plowed them together, or expanded them. Added in a couple, another extra donut production and pancake production over there. This place here, where it was a residential living, is a production area I call the industrial business area. This is the piece of forest where I used my imagination on console to build a rock quarry, which also has other businesses associated with it. And then up here next to the grain elevator is where I built my farmyard, where we got cows, chickens, pigs, and sheep. And then across the road here is where I've got the house. And then we've got a few productions right by the covered bridge. And then across the road From the farm, there was an area of trees that you saw as you came out from crossing the bridge, and you can see what that looks like with these long, narrow fields. And then over here is the supermarket on the map, and just to the north of the supermarket is what I call the village of Split Mountain Ranch. And then you can see here, this is where we're at over at the store. About right here, just to the northwest of the store kinda, is what I call Hideaway Pond State Recreational Park here on Split Mountain Ranch. And just to the north of there is where there was some residences with the Sell Everything container, which now is another production area that you will see. Now, also, before we move on, I'm going to go ahead and show you my statistics on this map. So you can see here in this breakfast challenge, I did 369 bales. I didn't do a lot of bale creating. I planted 250 trees, but also cut down 932 so far. Only did 9 contracts, as I usually like to work my own land, not do contracts. It's at 179 hours of gameplay now, 4 years played, and 13 collectibles of 100 only collected. So let's hop in the Jeep here and go on a tour. So as you would leave the store area here, you can see in the background there, the back side kinda of the village of Split Mountain Ranch, and we will see that again here later. But as we drive on up to the northeast corner where the Sell Everything container is on the map that you saw earlier, you can see that our roads are much wider, but I used a lot of large equipment and didn't want the helpers jumping the roadways into a next field. So you can see this area here is kind of wide open. Fields are joined together or expanded. Here is Hideaway Pond State Recreational Small Park here on Split Mountain Ranch right there that I built throughout the challenge. All of it earned money. The biggest money maker for me in this challenge was the trees, actually, probably turning the trees to wood chips. I did a lot of wood chipping, not just logs, and took them to a packing facility carpentry point. So here we are in my production area, which was a residential area you saw earlier. There's the Sell Everything container. We got a grain mill, a food factory, a dairy, a sugar mill, a buy point for seed, fertilizer, and lime. We got some employees parked around the area here at work and some delivery trucks. So you can see decorations of flower pots, trash cans by doorways, and dumpsters in the back, and decorative trees. Alright, now we will exit there and go back down this direction. You can see there we got a road there between fields that goes over kind of towards the covered bridge. But we'll go back down here by Hideaway Pond again so you can kind of see that a little bit better. So you can see Hideaway Pond down there with some beach chairs and umbrellas, picnic tables, a grill down there. You can see the little decorative office building. It's got some vending machines in the inside and some porta pots, and yeah, lawnmower in the backyard there. Alright, let's go over towards the covered bridge. A lot of trees are missing if you haven't noticed. Okay, we'll cross the covered bridge here, and you can see there where there used to be a lot of taller trees hiding that view, where we've got long narrow fields and trees between the fields. And then we've got productions here, a couple of production points. And if we cross the road, we will go into my big farm build here, where we got cows, chickens, sheep, and multiple storage sheds. We'll just kind of go around it here in a circular pattern. So you can see the cow barn there. Some storage sheds right through here. Decorative trees placed about. More storage sheds. Had quite a bit of equipment on here. Syrup production point right there on the farm. Down through the main area of the farm, there's our pig barn off to the right there. And our sheep barn right over there. And our chicken coop over there in the background. We got a multi-fruit silo on the back side of this silo barn. More decorative trees. And then here was our only money generator, that windmill right there. Doesn't make a lot of money for you at all. Fuel point, seed fertilizer line point there. Let's go on the back here. There's our chicken coop. Okay, we'll go back across the road. Now, if you remember, in the before view of that area right there, in the background, had multiple trees, few different fields, all that joined together into one very large cornfield. Because there is the pond right there in the cornfield, where the main farm here on Split Mountain Ranch was built around by Silver Eagle, the creator of the map. Now if we go down my road that I put in right here, we'll go past a field here where I got some beehives there supporting a sunflower field. And then here's my industrial business area where there was residences before. So you can see my industrial business area here. Decorations about, decorative trees placed around. Let's go back up around here by the animal dealer really quick. Not too many decorations up here, just extra pancake and donut production, as you can see here. Okay, now let's go on back down through our industrial business area over towards that forest where I have my rock quarry. Now remember, again, we're on PlayStation 5. I play 100% content creating on console. So here we are in the industrial business area where those residences were before. Office building there for the industrial business area. Now we will go on over this direction towards the forest. If you remember that view right there, all you saw was trees. Well, here is what I did. I bought this forest, turned these trees to wood chips, sold them, either raised or lowered the ground, leveled the ground out, however I wanted to do it, and built a version of a rock quarry kind of with other businesses. And built a dump point up there off the cliff where you could dump rocks off, but it doesn't quite work like I wanted it to on console. And it looks like I Don't have my bridge platforms up there anymore. I must accidentally shut that mod off. You'll see that when we get up there. Here's a potato processing plant. So the one thing I've noticed doing this tour so far is those planks aren't up there on the top, but that's not a big deal. So then we have a malt factory here with its own little office building. Stone factory over here making statues. We got a couple of lion statues already right there. Just some decorative items around it. And then my main office building for the rock quarry right here where the old dump truck is out front as a focal point, kinda. Another rock slide there. Different employees and equipment inside the area. And here was my imagination here. You drive your trucks up here and dump them off the cliff. And I accidentally must have shut off my ramp mod because there is wooden ramps that sat right here and went over the edge, and then you'd back out off the edge of the wood ramp and dump your rock. But it doesn't quite work on console because the fill plane is too low, too far away. The only thing I could get to dump off there was wheel loaders and stretch them out as far as I could and let the rocks fall. But there's about 1 million liters of stone on both sides of this cliff. Dump down there on the edge. Alright, now let's go on out of the rock quarry area that I built with other businesses, and we'll come upon our cornmeal production here as we exit. Put this in for our big cornfield. We had the plan of doing a big cornfield, so we put in that cornmeal production point there. And then this is the exit out of the rock quarry. So if you remember earlier, that view right there, all you saw was trees. And then if you looked this way, on the other side of the grain elevator, you could see the red barn farm back there in the background. And then those long, narrow fields with trees when that was just full of trees and one field right there. Let's go back up this way to finish around our tour. We'll pull in here into the supermarket and gas station area and show you the village of Split Mountain Ranch that I built. So I built it on the focal point of the traffic spline as they come around the supermarket. So as they come around the supermarket here, if they could travel straight ahead, they could turn into their residence or into the village of Split Mountain Ranch. So just a little park area with the water fountain, city hall right there, as was my imagination there, and then some countryside housing right here off the dirt roads. Well, then as we circle back around, you'll see other residences and a local inn. We gotta have a place somewhere for the people to go eat and drink and send the kids off to the park. So park area here and an outside eating area. right here, and customer parking. More residences. Then we had to have an apartment complex too. So put in a decorative apartment. Lots of decorations around and decorative trees. And then we can go back up towards the store here. And over to the last little production area where the biogas plant is originally on the map if you play Split Mountain Ranch in the default version. So we'll go over this direction now. Across the road here. And if you remember what that all looked like there before, what this looked like is you drove atop. Now I did use this buy point here, there in front of us just to buy like TMR for the cows because I didn't want to make it. The forage dealer right there, some customer, employee parking, bunch of decorative painting and trees, and then we can exit out, back over through our field area and back down towards the store around Hideaway Pond. But that will conclude this video, everybody, as I was inspired to keep this game save from all my viewers and thought I would just show everybody else what you can do in Farming Simulator, even on console. You just got to use your imagination, and the best way to do it is practice. That's how I've learned how to do all of what I've done here. So if you've enjoyed this or liked what you saw, please drop me a tasty one on that like button, which is better known by myself as a cop battery and by you all people as delicious donuts. Don't forget to leave us comments in the comment section, and please share a box of donuts with all your friends and family by sharing the videos and live streams from the channel. But for myself, RustyMoney, we will see you all on the flip side. Have a good one.
PlayStation